Today I'm going to do the e-coaching for basketball. What I want to talk about basketball is what is basketball? Basketball is team sports. Team sports. Okay, basketball is team sports. You need to have players, and basketball cannot be played with one players. You only can shoot with one players. But basketball is a teamwork, so you have to play as a team to win the champion. And I hope that all of you, when you play basketball, will be able to enjoy and have fun for basketball. Okay, you just come out to play basketball to relax, enjoy the game. What is important in basketball is you must be able to share the happiness and the moment with your friends and your teammates. I'm going to start about basketball. I'm going to tell you about history about basketball and important. What is the objective of basketball? Basketball is how you play, is to score more to win. This is the game of basketball. Basketball is very important. You see, when a basketball, you hold the ball. The ball is a non-living thing. But when in your hand, it's become a living thing. So you have to control the ball and not the ball control you. That is the important thing that you need to do. And I'm now going to talk about history of this basketball. I'm going to share a screen with you talking about the history of basketball. The history of basketball to begin with its invention in 1891 in Springfield, one of the Massachusetts, by Canadian. That is a physical educational instructors like the teachers in PE teachers that assist you and in charge of the basketball team. His name is James Naismith. As a less injury, the sport is a less injury prone sports than football. Naismith is 31 years old, graduate student when he created the indoor sports to keep the athletes indoor, because when during winter seasons it's very cold, so have to play indoor. This is the thing that he started. These games established quickly in America, and it grows in the popular as the 20th centuries progress. Once in Americans, and then in the other parts of the world, after the basketball become established in American college, and it's also become a professional games in these seasons. Now it's a professional game. The NBA that established in 1946 is a very important games in USA and around the world. That's the reason why the American is one of the top team in the world. And I think it's NBA is very established. Every of you, I think all of you watch about NBA's games. You can see they are very established, and we can learn from them. What we learn from them is the skills, the tactic plays, and their motivation and whatever things from them. But the problem is, some of you, you want to learn how to dunk also can, but please be safe. Okay. Then now the next stage I'm going to tell you is about the basketball court. The basketball courts is I'm going to tell you about basketball courts. Is wait, let me give me a while. Okay, the basketball court now you can see both the screen. I hope you can see. Okay, basketball court. Let's talk about basketball court. The first one. What is the center circle? This is the center circle. This is the center circle. Okay, the center circle is for what? It's for the start of the game. The referee will toss the ball, and the two tallest players, okay, will tip the ball But the two taller players is not allowed to hold the ball when they jump. They are not allowed to hold the ball. They are only allowed to keep the ball to any person that touch the ball. Then they can allow to get the ball. And the next thing, both jumpers, you know, not necessarily that the tallest player will jump. Okay, you can ask a player, any of the players, maybe a forward or guard, to jump ball, also no problem. This is called the center circle. And the next one, the 3-point line. This is the 3-point line. This is the 3-point line. Okay, 3-point line. When you shoot outside the 3-point line, okay, it's considered as 3 point. If you shoot at the free throw line, it's considered as 1 point. If you shoot in the mid-range, this area, within the area, this area here, inside the 3-point line, is 2 points. Okay, do you understand what I'm talking about? The next one. Perimeter. What do you mean by perimeter? The perimeter is defined as the area outside the free throw and inside the 3-point line. Is also considered as perimeter shots or middle range. Where is it? It's inside this. It's all this area. This area that is down here is calling the perimeters line. All this is perimeter zone. When you shoot inside here, it's all is 2 points. If you shoot outside here, it's all 3 points. If you shoot even the half court here, also considered as 3 points. Okay, next one. What is called the low pole? Okay, low pole. Low pole means this area. Okay, it's the area that is down here. It's called the low pole area. Okay, outside this is also called a low pole area. This area is called the low pole area. Okay, low pole area is people that have basketball footwork. They can easily score. You see down here, the low pole is defined as the area that is closest to the basket, but outside of the free throw line. This area is fundamental to strategy in basketball without even taking a jump shot. If you have footwork, you're able to move, pivot, left and right, fade, and after hook shot, you can score 2 points easily. Okay, next, the key. What do you mean by the key? The key is the free throw line and shaded area to the usually painted area beneath the basket. The key is primarily used to prevent players to stay under basket, okay, of the opponent's team for long periods. Means it's 3 seconds. The area for the key is this area down here. This area down here. Okay, in your picture there is the area that is, okay, is shaded. This is called the 3-second zone, also considered as 3-second zone. If you stand inside more than 3 seconds, no ball, you have to get out of the area. If you're still there, means it's violation, 3-second violation. And other lines, what are all the other lines? Other lines we have, what are the other lines? We have the charging box. Charging box is this area, this one. This is the charging box. Okay, this is the defenders players. Okay, is allowed to draw a charging foul within the restricted arc if the offensive player receives the ball and start to drive within the area. Okay, means when you drive in hard, then if you knock a player in the under basket, okay, during the move of drive in and layup, you're not considered as charging. It's not a charging foul. Okay, you're allowed to draw a charging foul within the restricted area. This is called a, okay, charging zone. This is called the charging zone. Next one, the bench. What are bench line and coach's line? Okay, on the picture that you see, okay, on the sideline, okay, there's a line between on the 3-point line extended. You see there's 2 lines in the team there. Okay, the coaches are not allowed to, you have to stay within the line. You're not allowed to go close to the official table. Give me a minute. I will use a cursor so that I can let you see. Okay, this is the area. This is the area that I tell you. Okay, this is the point. Okay, this is the area. There's a bench. This is called a bench. This is called a benchmark. You're not allowed, players and coaches, you're not allowed to go over this line, to go near to the official table down here. This is called a bench and coaching line. And you're not allowed, the coaches, when you're guiding the players, you're not allowed to step inside the court too. Okay, then the next one, last one is the area down here. This area down here, this area is for you to do substitution. Okay, when you're going to change players, you're going to rest here and wait here. Once the referee call you, okay, instruct you to move in, then you move in. You cannot just move in directly like that. If the coach asks you to change player, you're not allowed to just run in like that. You have to come over to this area here to go in. Understand? You're not allowed to move in from here or any other places that move in. Okay, this is all official. Okay, this is called a sideline. This is a sideline, and this is the baseline. Okay, baseline is the outside line, the baseline to start the ball here. And this is low po, this is high po, this is 3-second zone, this area. Okay, and this is a mid-court. Okay, mid-court line. All this. Okay, there are 8 corners. That corner is down here. One corner down here, you can double team people here. This corner also here, we can double team players down here. And this corner down here, we can double team people down here. This corner, we can double team people down here. And this corner, okay, this corner also 6. And this corner is a 7 corners, 8 corners. Okay, these corners are good when you can double team. Once the dribble here or trap here, you can double team them. Okay, these are all the important things we're going to do. Okay, then after that is about, we're going to talk about the basic. Okay, basics, basic rules for basketball. Okay, what are the basic rules for basketball? Out of bounds, out of bounds. Okay, when we play basketball, this is the boundary we're going to play. If the ball is out of the boundary, not supposed to, okay, it's considered as out. Okay, when all basketball courts are played on a huge rectangle, means you or the ball are not allowed to touch outside the line of the rectangle. Okay, this is the term called out of the bounds, out of bounds. Okay, the ball is thrown in and from out of bounds, but once the ball is played, it cannot return there. If they do not have the ball, you can step over the line without any penalties. If you do not have the ball, you can step over the line without any penalties. Okay, this is the basic rules of basketball. Next one, dribbling. In order to move the ball with the ball, you must dribble it. A dribble is the term used when you bounce the ball and walk with it without picking it up or using both hands. If you use both ball and pick it up and dribble again, it calls double. Then if you dribble one time, you stop. And you dribble again, it's considered as double dribbling, means it's foul. It's not allowed. You're only allowed to dribble one time and stop. Then the other team gets the ball. The good dribble is achieved by keeping the ball on the top of the hands. Shooting. I want to talk about this dribbling. When you dribble, you stop. Okay, once you stop, for example, you dribble, once you stop. Okay, let's say, for example, I dribble, once I stop. You are only to do pivot. Okay, pivot means, when you dribble, you stop. Okay, you only allowed to move in one leg. For example, I look at my left leg. I only can go left side. I can go forward, and you have to twist your leg on the right leg. Okay, twist your right leg, and move to the right, and then move backwards and move. Okay, you are not allowed to use 2 steps. You're not allowed to move 2 steps. Both your feet are not allowed to leave the ground. Okay, if let's say you move 2 steps or both the feet leave the ground, means is traveling. Next one, shooting. In order to score, the ball must go through the basket. Okay, I give you an example. For example, sometimes you shoot the ball, just shoot in. Then the ball go through the ring, but it hit the net, it's come out again. Okay, but still considered as score. Okay, it's because the ball already go to the ring, but it touched the net and it round back again. Once, because some shot is very strong. Once you shoot, they touch the net and come bounce back out again. Then it's considered as a score. Okay, in order to score, the ball must go through the basket. There are three places a player can shoot from the different point. If you're standing behind the 3-point line, which is considered as 3 point. Okay, if you shoot within the mid-range area, or the area that is what you call is a perimeter area, then you shoot is 2 point. Okay, if you have an act of shooting and you foul and you shoot at the free throw line, is 1 point. Okay, then what about foul? Next one, talk about the foul. A foul is when you make contact with a person with the ball if you're guarding a person. When you hit a person, okay, or you challenge the person or you trick the person, okay, and you go into the cylinder, there's a cylinder for you. If you go into it, once you reach in or you touch him, it's foul. Okay, all this must know. This is the rules of the game. Okay, next one, picking up your dribble. If you're dribbling the ball, then you decide to pick the ball up, you're only 1 step. This is what I tell you just now. It's about the pivot, the foot that you choose not to step. You must remain on the ground. If you move the other foot, it is considered as traveling. That is illegal. Traveling results in other teams getting the ball. The only option you have once you pick up the ball is to pass. Okay, when you stop dribbling, the next step is you shoot, you pass, or you do pivot. Okay, you have to make sure what's your plan. Plan A, you're going to drive in hard. Plan B, you're going to drive in to pass. Or plan C, you're going to shoot or what. You have to get ready. This is important. Means in the game, you're not always waiting to think what to do. Before you get the ball, you must think, what should you do? This is the important thing you need to do. And all the safeties for the games for this basketball, you must wear proper gears, proper attires. Make sure you wear your shoes and socks, especially socks. During competition, you have to wear socks. If you never wear socks, you're not allowed to play. And make sure you tuck in your shirt and the proper one. Yeah, it's very proud. I feel very proud when I represent my schools, combined schools, youth team, national teams, even professional teams. Okay, this is very important. And what a safe basketball training to prevent. The important thing is to prevent injuries for sports. Okay, if let's say you go to another level, you will the lecturer will tell you, or the people that is teaching you, or professor tell you, make sure, okay, if you're sportsmen, avoid injuries. Once you have injuries, it's very bad for sportsmen. Okay, always be in good shape before you start. Okay, start the section and make sure you sleep well, you eat well, okay, and get ready for the training. Always warm up and stretch before the games and after games. Stop training if you get hurts or feel pain. Okay, this is very important thing I'm going to highlight to you. If let's say you get injured, you got to rest. You cannot play. If you play more, okay, your injury will get worse, or you get more longer time to recover. This is very important, all this. Okay, and safe play, all coaches must know the first of safe, fair play. This include knowing the rules of the games, making sure the court is good condition, this is also very important, having a first aid kit. Make sure the teachers are ready. Okay, all this about dribbling, all this are very important. Okay, and then let's talk about let's talk about the thing that you're going to do is, for example, you're going to do warm up. Okay, now the next one. I'm doing this on for you to have e-coaching, but your teacher is going to do the section that is on the court with you. What I'm going to do if I want the teachers to do warm up with you, means when you start off the game, you have to do stretching with like your body, make sure you don't get injured easily. Okay, then the first thing you do is your fitness. Okay, maybe you run 10 rounds to get ready. Okay, after you stretching, then you go for rounds, then you do push-up. Okay, for fitness, you do push-up, sit-up, and squat. Okay, let's talk about push-up. You have to do proper push-up. When you you have to do proper